How do's? I'm going to attempt basically a part 6 on this flat earth, globe earth. There's both. Right, starting with the flat earth, which is Boo Loka, right, the seventh heaven. So as this whole table you see is round, that's the flat earth, right? And there's 4 corners there. That's meant to be described as having 4 elephants, which either could be some massive universal engineering structure. Okay? Who knows? This is what it says in the Vedas. But right, so here it is, and here it go here. And there's 7 concentric circles of and land masses. Right, starting off the salt ocean, ocean of sugarcane, ocean of wine, ocean of ghee, ocean of milk, ocean of curd, ocean of pure water. We in salt ocean is what we're in on the globe Earth, which is in Boo Verloken, which is the region of which is Earth atmosphere, Boo being Earth, see? But anyway, sticking with the flat Earth of this at the moment, there's 7 oceans and there's 7 land masses within them, which could be, of each of these land masses could be like the same equivalency of the 88 constellation. There's 88 land masses, so it comes with the cosmos above us. There's also the land masses that go with it when we're in the central upper verse, which is Boo Loka, which is this, as I'm explaining, right? Could possibly be what it is. Okay? We, at the moment, as I say, are in the 7th like heaven, or the 6th being the globe Earth, Boo Verloka. And this is made out of, as we know, salt ocean, which, as I'll show you again, right in the centre here, salt ocean is in the middle of the Boo Mandala, of the flat Earth, or Boo Loka, right? And this is where we can be, this is where I think this came from. And it's like a spore, and it came out, and it's an artistic creation of Brahma, in the day of Brahma that we're in, and it goes round the sun as we know it to be, right? As it does, right? And we're on the globe of the Earth. Now this is backed up again for all the people that are fighting over the globe Earth and flat Earth, and I'm proving that there maybe could be both. Is when I flip this page, right? Because you see all these concentric oceans. We all know this is all within our globe, all these elements, right? And it's all contained within this globe. And that's to say that these land masses of all the conglomerates within them as well. But it's on the flat of the Earth, right, as I say. And there's 88 land masses that correspond with the 88 constellations. Yeah? So when I flip this page, it shows you here, in a conversation between Sri Suka, the son of Vaisaveda, who compiled the Vedas, and Maharaja Parishi, who was the son of Abhimanyu. And it's on his last 7 days, this conversation on the 4 Vedas is all come about. And Sri Suka's talking to Maharaja Parishi. And here it says here on page 63 of the second Veda, the Yajur Veda, on page 63 here, chapter 16, page 63, you'll find this conversation, Jambavibha and its divisions, 4-6. Sri Suka said, O great king, no one can comprehend by thought or describe by speech, even in 1,000 divine years, the extent and mystery of evolution, of the Lord's power known as his Maya, in this world of becoming. Therefore I shall give a brief description only of the globe Earth, in respect of its location, size and characteristics. In the innermost cavity of the lotus-like body called the Earth, there is a continent which is called the Lac of Yojanas in its extent. It is called Jambudvipa and is of the round shape of a lotus leaf. In that Jumbo-Vipa there is 9 regional divisions, varshas, each extending over 9,000 yojanas and demarcated by 8 mountain ranges as natural boundaries. Right? Which on this page here next to it, 62, shows you that. So on the globe of Earth, we know this is to be the Himalayas. You see there? Himalaya mountain. You see there? Himalaya mountain. So that's the bottom side of the first region of the mountain range, and it goes and shows you the other 3, Himataka, Nishada mountain. Then you've got the northern regions here of Kuravashi, there's Shringvan mountains, Vita mountain, Nala mountain. See? And here you've got Katuma Varsha and Badid Varsha. Now this is all within the mountain range of the Himalayas, all this, and we see the entrance point there. Impenetrable to get into. This is where I say that Shambhala is, where the golden age is always kept as this under in the mountain ranges that no one can get to, but apart from if you get invite. Impenetrable to get into, and I've probably stayed Krita Yuga in there for time, where the rest of the surface of the earth, of the globe earth we're on, has gone through the 3 Yuga, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, and we're in Kali Yuga now. So that at the end of the day, we've got to try and bring it back to a Krita Yuga, right? So the unification of fighting over both flat and globe is not always about, it's about how we're being shaped by the planet of our rulers at the moment, right? But it's interesting here, going back to this part here, this conversation, where he says, therefore I shall give you a brief description of only the globe Earth in respect of its location and size and characters, right? Therefore I shall give you a brief description only of the globe Earth in respect, right? So that's to say there's also, by the way he says that, to me, there's a flat Earth as Bhumandala, which is just below it, which is Bhuloka, and we're in Bhuverloka, the Earth atmosphere going around. Yeah, the sun, as we know. So, right, it's a lot to take in, or maybe not. But most people don't talk about there's both. There's either one or all, and you're on one side or the other. One thing you can guarantee is, we're in an earthly world, right? Whatever way. We're so small, does it really matter if you're on a globe or a flat when you're such a pea-sized size of a man or a woman anyway? Do you know what I mean? You can make up in your own imagination, the moment I'm in a globe, now I'm in a flat. Does it really matter? Right? No, really. You know? It really takes basically God himself to conclude all these things. But while we're here passing through, you know, as a sun passing through, and this little bit of interest of, like, you know, what are we living in a structure, it would be nice to know, right? You know, I believe that we're in a globe, but I do also believe there's a flat Earth which is just beneath us. It's the next region below, the 7th heaven. We're on the 6th Bhuloka. Above us is Vargaloka, where the moon is, which is basically where all the, that's where Indraloka is as well. This is where all the people of good works in later life, like warriors who fought dharmically, not adharmically, or other men of good works, or just warriors, go to Vargaloka. Then there's basically another, how many regions that? Another 4 regions above, up all the way up to Brahmaloka, which is the highest material heaven. But this in Brahma's day, to me, is what this is. In Brahma's day, we're halfway through Brahma's day, and we're going halfway through his day, and this is the artistic creation that's been terraformed over time, right? And this is where we're at, right? And we're in the 7th part of the day. It takes 14 Manvataras to make up for one day. We're halfway through a day. So what I think that what happens at the end of the day, when it goes into Brahma's night, the universe goes into a temporal dissolution, right? And basically this Earth crashes into flat Earth, Bhuloka. But everyone's evacuated who's remaining, and they live the rest of their time. Now it's going into Brahma's night on the flat of the Earth, right, all around it, this whole diameter, right? Because we're halfway through it, that ain't happening. But I think, well, commercially, we might have had a time where there was a flight between going to Bhuloka, flat Earth, to Boovarloka. I think we've just lost that ability commercially. But it won't be too long till we get in there, maybe. I mean, you think about how long ago was it Wright brothers to where we are now with basically like jet airplanes and everything else, to the point that a lot of these unidentified flying objects could be basically making of our own mankind in the engineering of the air forces. And I mean, just look at the Blackbird nowadays, and that's it, and then some, So it's not too long till we actually might be going back to and forth, like on an holiday. But in the meantime, we're here, right? And we're stuck on the globe of the earth, and there's enough troubles on here in this Kali Yuga we need to sort out. Right, basically getting rid of that government and banking system that basically controls us and binds us at the moment. We've got to get it to a Krita Yuga, so it's like Shambhala across the earth. You see, the Golden Yuga, which is basically what we're here to do on the secular level in our calling. All we've got to do is not vote, right? If we're democratic, right? And we're close to that coming in the next 50 years, I would say. But going back to this, they say it's 4 billion miles in diameter. Vertical drop from Brahma Loka, 2 billion miles. Yonderverse, 2 billion miles as well. And that's our eggshell we're in. And we're in the smallest of all the eggshells, the Brahmandas, you see. It's only that's why Brahma has 4 heads. Where in other Brahmandas, they're bigger. They can be 5 heads, 100,000 heads. Just like they say it's like a foam with 1/4 in size. And it's the whole Akshara Brahma that all the Brahmanas, the material Brahmandas, are in. You see? And so it's like foam of a wave breathing. And we're in the smallest bubble Brahmanda of them all, says Krishna. You see, 5,000 years ago, talking to Brahma, and he was saying the same to all the Brahmas and all the different equivalent sizes of Brahmandas they were in. The spiritual universe where we all originally come from, Vaikuntha, it's 3/4 the size. We're in the quarter size of the smallest Brahmanda, right? And the interesting thing is that in the Svarga Loka where the moon is, devotees like myself, Vaishnavas, we fast on Kadashi days, which is the 11th day after the new moon and the full moon. Which after the new moon, it's bright 3/4 in its size. Shukla, the bright fortnight, and in the full moon is the dark, and you'll see it in the dark of the fortnight. That's called Krishna. See, and it's 3/4 in size. Now it's equivalency how the 3 sizes spiritually of the universe, 3/4 the size of the 11th day. And when I talk about how we can free the world using a 3913 template on Earth instead of 48/4, so we're on an unnatural basic template of work, 48 weeks, 4-week holiday of the 52 weeks. Right? What we could be doing is being on the 3/4, 39 weeks. 3 seasons given to you in service, and you only work 1/4, say 13 weeks. See how it all adds up, This is where we could be going and where we should be going in our time, and it's our right to be going there, as far as I'm concerned, But yeah, there's a lot to be said about it. But as I say, there's 88 constellations basically, as we know. 88 basically could be on the landmass and its equivalency. There's 28 in the chakras, which are the side reels of basically the stars or the cosmos, and there's 28 Narakas, which are the underworld, basically, which is basically the purgatory hells that are there, which is quite interesting as well. It all kind of add up in its way. 28 for 28, see, nakshatras, Narakas, see. There's plenty more to be saying about it, but I kind of leave it there for now. But this is where we're at in life. Instead of arguing, as I keep going on about whether it's either or, maybe there's both in the whole universal cosmos. And how are we to know? I mean, you can tell me this book and you wrote this and you wrote this calculation, you said that in it, but to me it really needs God to conclude it. Kolki, he's not here, right? But what you want to be really concerned about, as much as it's all interesting, is how we're shaped right now in our time on Earth by the government. And now you're working for 48 weeks and you could be only working for 30 weeks when it's a job, which I've left on other vlogs. I'll leave it there for now, but have a nice day.